Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. So you have a lot of celebrities reacting to the Drink Champs interview with Kodak Black. Okay. And very interesting. I wanted to give my 2 cents on this just because it's interesting the people that are saying something and what they choose to say. Very interesting. Now, I will start off by saying this. Kodak was asked a question. He is being interviewed. Now, he's being interviewed. So, if you want to argue with the questions that he was asked during that interview, you can do that. And I think Ray J did even try to argue that point. He even went ahead and said, hey, Nori, Drink Champs, this is not the interview. Basically saying, y'all should have pulled this interview down like y'all did Kanye interview. You have people like that, man. You get enough people. If you get enough people going on strike against something and in opposition, just opposing it. Now, I'm not saying like, okay, he had radical views or whatever. No, this is an individual that a sitting president has pardoned. You know what I'm saying? He has some influence if you cannot see right now. Period. You see what I'm saying? These guys, most of these guys, well, I wouldn't say most of these guys, but even Ray J is like, he has to be like twice his age. And he's just struck by this whole situation. He cannot believe this is a hill that Ray J will die on 100%, hands down. Okay. Now they got on live and they kind of went back and forth talking about, just talking about, trying to get people to listen to their side of the argument. That's what I would say. Now, I will say this is what took the cake for me. I'm going to make this point right here. Before I make the point, okay, a lot of people were up in arms. Well, I'll just say 21 Savage, okay, since we're talking about that. 21 Savage, that is a valid point. He was asked some question where he had to choose between 21 Savage or Future. Right. Very interesting because these two artists is like most commonly known for featuring for Drake, right? Period. That's what we know them two for. Now, I would say Future definitely had a longer, stronger run than anything 21 Savage could like even dream about. 21 Savage, it will never be on. I don't care if he gets on an album with Drake. I don't care if he does more albums. Well, maybe if he does more, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But right now, Future has that. He's taking the cake. That run that those guys did, ridiculous. One for the ages, and it's still going on right now. So, he said that he fell out with 21 because he started acting bougie once he started getting, you know what I'm saying, get on a track with Drake. Now, that he is doing an interview. He has that right. But if it's beef, then I guess if it's up, then I guess it's up at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? That's just what it is when it comes to hip hop. Okay? That is the one legitimate. That is like the one legitimate thing. If you're going to say it's an argument that come out of this, that is going to be one that's going to be legitimate. That point right there. Now, this Gabbana guy, Boot Gang, I mean, I literally have a headache even just beginning to talk about this. And Ray J too. I literally have a headache trying to get through this, trying to lay my thoughts out clearly to you guys on this one. And the reason why is because, man, it's so many angles that you can attack this at. So many angles where you can say, okay, Kodak's in the wrong. Okay, I think his name's John Bugana. He was saying something like, okay, it looks like he probably is on drugs. Okay? He probably is on drugs. Let's stop this. You know what I'm saying? And he's on his whole Christian kick, and he's doing this, and you know what? He's tatted up, but you know, he's John Bagana, if that's his name. He's boot gang. I don't think he's boot gang anymore. Now, I got love for this guy, right? I got love for him. Do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But this is a guy. This is a guy who was doing the most. This is a guy who was robbing people and recording it. This is a guy that was just going into establishments screaming boot gang and tearing up the store. This is a guy who's like, nothing's wrong with tattoos. Nothing's wrong with tattoos. This is a guy, I'm just telling you what type of guy this is. This is a guy who's, I mean, just covered in face tattoos, just his whole body. You know what I'm saying? And this guy is like, you know, pushing the Bible now. He's done with that, right? Okay. John Bugana. I know I'm saying his name wrong. Boot gang is done with that. Okay. This guy's done with that. So now what he's going to do is he's going to start getting on these other young guys' head. Man, you could throw this dude in the garbage. You could throw that whole little argument in the garbage, bro. And I hate when people do that. I really do. I could get deeper into it, but it's just like, why are you showing out? Like, I don't show out for anybody. Like, I don't show out for damn other person. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it like, oh, I'm not showing out for any. I'm just saying, like, this is a guy who shows out for views, for clicks, for people. This is a guy who, this is what he does. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in support of him. Yeah, I am. But I'm just saying, you look stupid. You look crazy. You look dumb trying to give advice. It's not going to work. It will never work. And that's it on that. Just stop it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And the same thing can go for Ray J. The same thing can go for Ray J. Now, you see how I just straight up killed those arguments just by that? Just by, these are the type of individuals that these are basically his peers. They're in the runnings to get as much attention as they can out the situation that Kodak Black created. And it gets really muddy. It gets really convoluted at the end of the day. But it's like, I can give Ray J his props for doing what he's doing. Do what he did to get big, right? Moesha. Okay. I can give him props for that. But the latter part of his career is just crazy. He's popping out with these tapes with Kim K. Like I said, I can give him props. You know what I'm saying? But like, did we need that? I'm just saying, did we need that? You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying, did we really need that though? Is that something we could have went without? You know what I'm saying? Without something that's like, Ray J is waving in our face. Could we have went without that? You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real at the end of the day, man. And this is the guy that's going to critique somebody like a Kodak Black. Heavy. You know what I'm saying? This is some pressure will bust a pipe. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it is. And a lot of times you have people hating on you. I have to go here. I have to. You know, I have to. Now, okay, yeah. I'm not saying this guy is, you know, I'm not saying he's Mr. Perfect. Nobody's perfect. And for these guys to react and go off, you know, go off the deep end like they doing just because Kodak Black had an interview is silly to me, man. It's silly to me. It's sickening, dude. It's sickening, bro. And I watch this stuff happen all the time. All the time. It is literally sickening, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, let Kodak do his, you know what I'm saying? Let Kodak do what he about to do and just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Without y'all coming around, sniffing around the corner and seeing what he got going. Just like, chill. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? This is what it is at this point in time. He's talking about Ray J talking about, oh man, he even went on a situation where he got pardoned. He talking about how he embarrassed people. And I'm like, it's just one of those situations where you're not relevant, but you're injecting yourself in a situation, trying to make yourself relevant. You know what I'm saying? And it's odd and it's awkward. And you can't, and like you feel that it's odd and awkward, but it's you that is, you know what I'm saying? It's coming from you. Nobody is just stepping to you and telling you that. No one, you don't have the right for somebody just to tell you when you off your square anytime you know what I'm saying, you get off your rocker. That is not how this thing works. If you need somebody to check you, you know what I'm saying, then you may have to just get somebody that can check you like that. Ain't nobody is going to just sit up here and check you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But it really irritated me. You feel me? It irritated me because it's like these guys have no hill to stand on whatsoever, but yet they're erected and they, you know what I'm saying, they 10 toes down on this. I really want to see how it shake loose, but intellectually, these guys they just look like a bunch of buffoons, and they're like just falling over each other, trying to make this like ridiculous point at the end of the day. I'm not even gonna get super into details because it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You look at these guys' body of work and it's just like, what gives you the right? You know, let's just be real. Out of all people in the world, and this is and oh yeah, this guy was pardoned by the president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah. And then it's the end of the world. This guy needs to be put in the mental institute. He needs to be put in the hospital. Oh my goodness, guys. I just can't deal. Peace, guys. I'm out.